guys. Okay, so I decided to give my opinion on relationship and in this relationship how partners don't really try hard enough to keep their significant other. I feel personally that people struggle a lot with that because they don't fight enough to keep them there. And when you're in a relationship, things are always going to get hard. No relationship is perfect, but at the same time, it takes time to build a relationship where it's not very easy to break. And regardless of how long people have been together, it's never still going to be easy, but it's the fact of how hard that you're going to try to keep it there. It's just like a friendship, and it's just like if you've known this person for a long time, why would you let your friendship go over something very stupid or something that you guys could have simply worked out? Or because one stopped caring and not enough, and it hurts. I mean, I've known people for a long time, and you know, when we said goodbye to each other, it's hard because you don't understand why they had to go in the first place. Yes, everybody comes into your lives for a reason, and once they've completed that mission or whatever their goal was or purpose, yeah, sometimes they do leave, and that's understandable. But at the same time, when it comes to having a significant other, relationships are never easy, but you should always try your hardest to want to make it work, regardless. And if you really care about the person, you're not going to just let them easily go, regardless of how many flaws they may have or things that they do. There's always something that we find in each other that we may not like or something that we just can't stand. But at the end of the day, when that person truly cares about you and wants to give you everything and you're their world, I don't see why you wouldn't want to stay. Nobody's perfect. And I mean, I think that's the most sweetest thing a guy could do for me is if, regardless if we fought or how many times we fought, if he still at the end of the day just wants to fight for us, and I will do the same for him. Because also, and the thing is, one person can't just do this. It's a team effort. Both of you have to work together on this, and that's also one of the things I hate in my relationship is being able to compromise. Compromising is one of the most difficult things in a relationship that people tend to forget. If you don't learn how to compromise with each other, it's gonna turn out pretty bad because you're not always gonna agree on everything, and that's simply okay. No one said you had to. But at the same time, you should at least learn how to meet each other halfway. That way, it's not always feeling like, oh, they always get their way, they always get their way, I never get my way, or it's always like what he says goes, and if I don't do what they say, the relationship will end. It should never be like that. If personally, if there's too much tension and there's too much stress, and you guys try to work it out and it didn't come off that way, well then yes, then I can see you guys splitting apart because you've given everything you had and it still simply doesn't work. At that point, yes, it's okay to just say, you know what, we gave it a run, it didn't work, and we're gonna go try something, we're gonna try new things, but still try to keep a relationship as a friendship because that's also important too. When you can prove to other people that you can still be friends with your exes, yes, now sometimes it hurts too bad to keep that relationship going, and I understand that. Um, but generally, you try to have a good relationship because it's not worth all that bitterness in your heart to want to hate them so much, regardless of what they've done. It's just not worth it because you're gonna meet someone who's gonna make their world, and why would you still keep that in your heart? Oh, they hurt me. I can never forgive them for what they've done to me. It's just like you've hurt people too, and I'm pretty sure you want someone to forgive you when you mess up. So at the same time, people just learn how to compromise with each other because it's worth it in the end, and also just learn how to forgive because, like I said, forgiveness is also something that people struggle with. Also in a relationship, it doesn't have to be cheating necessarily. It could just be like in the relationship, they worry too much, they're too clingy, they're too jealous, they're too this, they're too that. It's like sometimes you just have to work things out, and that's where compromising comes in and forgiveness. So I hope you guys like that little spiel I just gave. Like I said, leave requests and everything. So have a good night, guys.